to the Gobby Gaffer, playing Football Manager and currently managing SC Cambuur in the Eredivise. And if you're new around here, we're actually in Europe for the first time this season, and it has made a big difference to our league results this season. Well, at least I think that's what's causing it. For instance, one of my better central midfield players, Helgeson, he's constantly tired. Get towards half time, his health's dropped by like half. And he's not the only one. Quite a few of the players. So I think we are struggling a little bit. The squad size is not helping. I think I may have sorted that out in the January transfer window. You'll see some of that shortly. My strikers are a little bit of a problem. Liam Delap, very inconsistent striker. He scored a hat-trick against Ajax. We got beat 6-3, so it really didn't mean anything. He's not scored since. He's very, very inconsistent. Van Dijven looked a great prospect. Dutch as well. Got quite a bad injury since he's come back. I think he's scored one goal. He's not been great. Have signed a new lad, Blackburn. He's English until he learns the language. I don't think he's going to be firing on all cylinders. When your strikers are not putting the ball in the back of the net, then, you know, you're going to struggle a little bit. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what's been going on since you were last with me. So I played 4 league games. Breeda, we beat them 3-0. Almelo, we beat them 2-1. Vitesse, we beat them 2-1. Quite close games, those two. The last game that we played was Utrecht away from home. We drew that 0-0. Quite a drab, boring game. Couldn't get the players motivated. We were very, very lacklustre. I think in that game, Utrecht had something like 16 shots and 8 on target. We had 2 shots, 1 on target. All through the game, we just weren't up for it at all. And I really do seriously think that, I mean, it's not all tiredness. I think some of the players are struggling with a bit of form. Certainly, as I've just mentioned, the strikers. You can see from the goal scorers there, none of my strikers are on the score sheet. Rojas, Helgeson, Lasada, Brobby, Krasisnich. I mean, fortunately, our midfield players are chipping in with a few goals, but the strikers at the moment are falling way short. Liam Delap is a great player. I've had him before in previous saves, and he's been a great player. At the moment, he's learnt the language, so that's not a problem. Whether it's tiredness with him as well, not quite sure. But he's very, very, very inconsistent. I can put him in for 6 starts and he might score a hat-trick in one game, and then the other 5 games he doesn't score at all, doesn't look up to it, hits the post, hits the bar, hits the goalkeeper's ankles. I mean, it's very, very frustrating. And of course, all of this is translating into our league position not being great. So we're 6th at the moment. We're outside of the European places. We've got 32 points off 19 games. We're very, very, very much off the pace. We do need to start picking some wins up in the Eredivise. Okay, we're in the Champions League as well. But we have to manage that situation. I have strengthened the squad, however. So that midfield area has been quite light. Since Quackman was taken back off his loan period, been quite light on numbers in there. And then obviously when you're playing the number of games that we're playing, that's not great. Helgeson, like I say, for one, is always looking very, very tired. So I've strengthened that area, brought 2 players in on loan, and we've gone very fancy. Gone to Barcelona and PSG for loan players. So that can only be a good thing, can't it? So firstly, from Barcelona, we've got a 24-year-old Spanish midfielder. He's an advanced playmaker. Stats look really, really good. Passing of 15, technique of 14, flair of 16. He looks like he should be able to provide the forwards with a decent ball. Whether those forwards can convert is another matter at the moment. But at least I'm bringing in some decent cover. Not available for the Champions League, unfortunately. But the Eredivise is something we need to be working on. And with Quackman leaving, need to bring someone on a little bit more defensive-minded. So I've gone to PSG. I brought 21-year-old Spaniard Cesar in. He's not the finished article. 2.5 star he's come in at. He's got potential to be 5, so I think he will be a top player. We've got him for the rest of the season on loan. We'll see how he goes. But I think you can see we are getting some quite good strength in depth now in the midfield area. Anyway, we've got two really exciting games today. We've got Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League. So on paper, these two games are unwinnable and way out of our reach. Well, if we have a look at the league, we are 19th at the moment. We've played 6 games. We've got 9 points. Obviously, the cut-off is that 24th position to get into the playoffs. So we need to stay above that if we can. But if you look at Barcelona, they're only 17th. They've only got a point more than us. Borussia Dortmund are 13th, but only by goal difference. They're only a point ahead of us as well. Now, as we all know, unfortunately, Football Manager doesn't really work like that. Football Manager will look at, the AI will look at a team and it's like, oh, it's Barcelona. You're playing Barcelona. You're going to get thumped 10-0. It doesn't really seem to take into consideration. I've seen this many times before with Football Manager. I've had teams at the top of the Premier League and you come to play Liverpool and you get beat 4-0. I mean, in game, you're probably leading the Premier League by 6 points. You play Liverpool or maybe, I don't know, they could be outside the champion, they could be 6th or 7th in the league, but it's Liverpool. Liverpool got that history, got that, you know, you can't beat Liverpool. No. So anyway, little rant there against Football Manager. I'm quite well known for it. So today we're going to play Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund. There is a league game in between. I'll play that off camera. But I just thought these last two games in the league, in the Champions League, probably would be nice to watch them. I don't know whether it's going to be a great watch, if I'm honest. I mean, if we beat one of them, that'd be absolutely amazing. But a point in each game, I think, might just see us get that 24th or just slightly above that 24th position and get into the playoffs. And for us, I mean, you know, we have to be real about this. For us, it's all about the money. That's all it's about, the money. Yes, a bit of prestige. It gets my kind of ranking up. It gets the team's ranking up a little bit. But it's about the money. We've won 2 of the 6 Champions League games that we played up to now. And that's netted us 4.8 million. I think we drew 3 and lost 1. The 3 drawn games we got 800,000 for. So we are accumulating money. I mean, I would take a draw against Barcelona and Borussia Dortmund and bring in another 1.6 million. I would take that now. Whether we get that is another matter. So, on that note, let's jump in the dugout and let's play Barcelona. I bet you never thought you'd hear that coming from my lips, managing SC Cambuur. Yes, we're playing Barcelona. Well, no introductions to be made today. Yeah, we're here in Barcelona and everybody knows where Barcelona play. So the team for today is Vitek in goal, back 4 of Van der Kust, Buckman, Toll, Silkert, Dubry. Yeah, I know, you're all looking at this formation saying, what's going on here? If I could play 15 players today, I'd play 15 players and I'd probably play about 12 of them in defence. Damage limitation. So I've got 2 defensive midfielders there. I've got Kyrgios who's playing the DM and I've got Seibert who's playing an anchor. We've got Helgeson and Ramsey in midfield. Lasada is a shadow striker with Delap up front. Now, I'm kind of hoping, I mean, even my wing-backs are on defensive duties, kind of hoping that we can just ease ourselves into the game, get used to their pattern of play, and then maybe just try and up it a little bit and hit them on the break. Whether that's going to work or not, I don't know. And even playing this cautious system, it's not really my way. I don't like sitting back. I always think if you sit back in a game, then you're inviting them onto you. And a team like Barcelona, if you invite them onto you, they're going to score a bag full of goals. But I'm not quite sure what else to do. I think if I put my normal attacking team out today, they'll hammer us anyway. It's kind of a no-win situation. Let's just get into the game, shall we? And we're underway. So I've told the lads to go out and play without fear. How long's that taken them? 6 minutes, we're 1-0 down. Yeah, I told them to go out, play without fear, we're the underdogs. And, I mean, what else can you say to them? But they've done exactly what we're not doing at corners. They got the ball straight over, onto somebody's head, in the back of the net, and we're losing 1-0. But you know what, today I'm not going to get down by this result, because I probably know we're going to get beat, but I'm not going to get down by it. My main focus now is trying to get a little bit more money out of the Champions League and making sure we get in Europe for next season. But Delap, this is Liam Delap, who is really inconsistent and never scores. Maybe he's up for the big games. He scored a hat-trick against Ajax. Maybe he's a big game player, and they don't come much bigger than this. So Ramsey there, nice little dinking run, puts the ball through to Delap. Side foots it into the bottom of the net. We're 1-1 at Barcelona. Let's see how long that lasts for. Half an hour on the clock. It's still 1-1. We've only had one shot. That shot was the goal. But you have to say, I mean, their goal came from a set piece. You know, maybe if they don't get any more set pieces in the game, maybe. Ooh, Ter Stegen there picks it out of the air. Yeah, maybe if they don't get any more set pieces, maybe we'll not concede any more goals. We can only hope, can't we? I've got my fingers crossed here. The other one's crossed as well. Half time, 1-1. So they're going to get, I'm happy with performance so far, keep it up. They're all chuffed. And well, they might be. Second half kicks off. We've got Liam Delap on a 7, Ramsey on a 7.7. I mean, really, those are, I'm not saying our defence has not done a good job today, but offensively, those are the only two players really who have contributed up to now. So they're going to be on an average rating of 7, aren't they? Okay, couple of changes, keeping the theme going with the cautious mentality. I've taken Lasada off. He was very, very tired, as are quite a lot of my players. It's a theme. Krasnić has come on as a deep-lying playmaker now, so I'm really putting a bit of a buffer there. Hopefully we can repel Barcelona and get a point out of this game. We've only got to last for another 20 minutes. Can we do it? Also, Eidegen's come on at right wing-back as well. Dewberry was very tired going into this game. Actually shouldn't really have played, but my other right wing-back, weirdly, Tavares, is away on international duty. I mean, this is brilliant, isn't it, the way football's organised? So you get a really... I mean, this is probably the biggest game in SC Cambuur's existence. And our right wing-back, our regular right wing-back, is away on international duty. Absolutely brilliant, football authorities. Absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's get on with the game. So we're still not providing anything going forward, which I don't really expect. That was probably a ridiculous statement, because we are playing very, very defensively. But Barcelona are piling on the pressure now. Gabby there, 2 corners on the trot. Koundé, ball just put over the top. The keeper didn't touch that one. And it's all Barcelona now, as you would expect. This is what I say about inviting pressure onto yourself. But we do get a little bit of a breakaway. Ramsey puts the ball forward to Delap. Delap to Helguson. Helguson tries to play Delap in again, but a little bit of tiredness there. Delap wasn't on the same wavelength, and that's going to come straight back at us now. So De Jong is playing it up front. Soleil. This ball's forward, and that is saved very, very nicely by Vitek. I have to say, I'm knocking back transfer offers at the moment for Vitek. The good thing is, he doesn't want to go, he wants to stay, but I am knocking transfer offers back for him. Brobby is another one. We're up to 10 million for Brobby at the moment. He's another one who doesn't want to go. I mean, fair play to these lads, they want to stay, so that's great. But 10 million for Brobby, I mean, if somebody comes in with 12, 15 million, do we take it? Not quite sure. But anyway, stop waffling. We've actually got a point. Barcelona? I've just a second, I'll pinch myself. We've actually got a point at Barcelona. Maybe the cautious mentality in big games does work. Well done, lads. You've just proved a lot of people wrong in avoiding defeat out there. A lot of people. I would say just about everybody. I mean, that is an immense... I think, to be honest, There was a lot of nervous energy there. Did you pick up on that? Towards the end of the game, I was waffling a lot. I didn't really want to watch the game. I didn't want to see Barcelona score, but it worked. All the waffling took my mind off the game. We ended up with a 1-1. Can I put that? Can I give myself a pat on the back? No, I can't really. Wasn't tactical, was it? It was just waffling. So that result leaves us in 15th place. Played 7, got 10 points, but quite a few of the teams around us have not played yet. So we're not home and dry, as it were. But anyway, onward and upward. Well, that was a little bit unexpected. And I think, as I pointed out before the game, Barcelona were actually only 1 point ahead of us before the game started. Maybe that indicates a little bit more as to why we got a point there. Maybe at this moment in time, Barcelona, I mean, we know in real life Barcelona are not the team that they were. But even the game, you know, the AI in the game looks like it's looked at that game and said, yeah, okay, Barcelona, you know, it's actually looked at it realistically and said, Barcelona, yeah, they're only 1 point ahead of you. So in that case, they're not that much better than you. In fact, you might even be equal. So we get a point. Very, very nice. Anyway, stop waffling. Going to go off camera now. Where we've got a game in the Eredivise. And once I've played that, we'll be back for the last game in the league stage of the Champions League against Borussia Dortmund. And we've got them at home. Can we get 3 points? We'll see you very shortly. And just like that, we're back. Well, that was a very interesting game. Nijmegen, second in the league. Didn't really fancy our chances, if I'm honest. We've not been doing that well in the league. But we started really brightly. We set off like a runaway train. Rojas, straight from the kickoff, got us 1-0 ahead. And I thought, great, we're up and running here. But then Nijmegen had a lot of the possession. They weren't really in the game as far as playmaking and scoring goals, but they had a lot of possession and they made the most of that. Scored 2 goals and we were 2-1 down. Now, I made a few tactical changes. I pushed the lines quite a bit further forward. Weren't getting a lot of possession, so I took my DM off, brought an attacking midfielder on, try to get a bit more possession. We scored the equaliser, 2-2. Brilliant stuff. Nijmegen came back at us again, but we actually got what I thought was going to be the winner, 3-2. Nijmegen came back at us again, very nearly got the equaliser, and then we broke away. Scored a 4th goal, 4-2, and then Nijmegen got one back straight away, 4-3, but that's how the game finished. So it was a very topsy-turvy game, but we came away with the 3 points against the second in the league. Very creditable result, that one. Anyway, back to the Champions League. So now all the results have settled down, let's just have a quick look at where we are. So we're 21st now after playing 7 games. We've got 1 game left to play now. We've all got 1 game left to play. We're in 21st place with 10 points. Have you seen who's just below us? Manchester City on 9. Something's going on with the world. The 24th spot is held by none other than Ajax, and they are on 9 points. Really, we do need a win out of this Borussia Dortmund game. And when you look at the league, they've won 3, drawn 1, lost 3. We've won 2, drawn 4, lost 1. It's a possibility we could beat Dortmund here, and I think we are going to need to beat them because I think the teams below us that could leapfrog us, the likes of Manchester City, Sporting, Ajax, OL, they're all capable of jumping above us. So we do need a win out of this game. I think it's imperative we get a win. We can't rely on other results. And with that, the scene is set. Let's now go and play Dortmund in the last game in the Champions League stage. Well, here we are for this last game in the league stage of the Champions League. Team for today, not quite as defensive as against Barcelona. We do need to go for it a little bit, but I am trying to be a little bit cautious. So we've got Vitek in goal, back four of Van der Kus, Buckman, Toll and Dubry. Kyrgios is the defensive midfield player. Helgeson, Ramsey in the middle as the kind of creators. Brobbit and Rojas out on the wings with Delap up front. And we're underway. There's definitely a glitch in the game. As you can see, there's no supporters in the stadium whatsoever according to the graphics, when actually, numbers-wise, we've got a full house. So there's definitely a glitch in the game, which is not very nice to see, I have to say. But that's a lovely goal by Delap. Absolutely storming goal by Delap to get us going. Although we did do this against Nijmegen, Rojas got us off to an absolutely unbelievable start. And I mean, that's a tremendous finish. The goalkeeper never moved. But then against Nijmegen, we did then concede 2 goals. So 6 minutes on the clock. Borussia Dortmund now coming forward with the ball. Little bit of a colour clash there with the shorts and our shirt. Not quite sure that that's allowed really, but anyway, Brobby clears. Rojas gets the ball taken off him, but Toll picks it up. Dewberry to Toll to Queiroz. Playing little triangles at the back. Rojas on that wing. We're not making any moves forward yet. I think we're just trying to draw them out a little bit, and then we'll stick a ball forward and hopefully somebody will dash onto it. Ramsey forward to Delap. Delap's in again and he has another shot on. Oh my word! 2-0. Delap is on fire. I mean, that bears watching again. Brobby to Ramsey. Helgeson. Nice ball forward. Delap just absolutely wellies that with his left foot. 2-0 up against Borussia Dortmund. This is amazing. We're actually gone up to 13th in the league. Anyway, let's calm down. Let's not get too excited. This is Borussia Dortmund when all's said and done. They're quite capable of scoring 3 goals in a game at somewhere like SC Cambuur. And we have just given the ball away. Makoko is coming forward with it. Gittins, ball in the back of the net. It's 2-1. I mean, that was very quick, simple, easy, quick burst forward. We gave the ball away. I mean, no idea what Dewberry was doing there. You know, he's not playing a Sunday pub league team here, is he? You know, where he can just dawdle about on the ball. He's playing Borussia Dortmund. He needs to be a bit quicker and slicker than that. So it's 2-1. Coming up to half an hour gone. We've had a much better of the game. Possession-wise, pretty even, but we've had 4 shots, 2 on target, XG of 0.37. The XG for both teams is not that great. Makoko with a free kick, and that goes wide of the post, fortunately. Can we get to half-time? 2-1 up. I can give them a pat on the back. We can. So we're going to give them a pat on the back. We're going to say, I'm delighted with your performance so far. Keep it up. So we're going to stay on a balanced mentality. We're going to give them a little bit of encouragement, I think. Let's not get too carried away. I mean, they have come back into the game now. In fact, they're actually on top now. And they're having a lot more shots now. Their XG has tripled. Okay, I've made all my 5 changes in one go. It's not ideal, I have to say, but I have some very, very tired players on the pitch. We're winning 2-1. If we can hold on to this in the last 20 minutes, then we've got the 3 points, and that will see us in the playoff positions. So 5 changes. I brought Van Dijven on up front. I brought Krasniqi on in midfield. I've gone to my 2 DMs again. So Siebert is partnering Queiroz, and Chrisen and Eidegen have come on as wing backs. We've gone to a cautious mentality. I'm trying to bring everything back now. Let's just see if we can weather the storm for the last 20 minutes. And we're underway again. So the time is bobbing on nicely now. 10, 12 minutes or so to play. We're still winning this game 2-1. This would be an absolutely amazing result. But Borussia Dortmund do get highlight now. He's slinging the ball into the box. That's headed just over the bar. We get away with one there. There's 3 minutes of time added on. Oh my word, what a result that is. Absolutely amazing. And pat on the back, well done lads, that was a good win for us. Absolutely superb stuff. And the league looks absolutely brilliant. What an outstanding campaign we've had in our first season in the Champions League. We finished 13th with 13 points. And when you bear in mind, if you look at the teams, Manchester City have not even qualified, 25th position. Dortmund just about qualified. We've got Milan in there, Nice, Barcelona, a 20th. I mean, we've taken some of the top teams, we've taken their place, and I'm absolutely chuffed to little mint balls. Brilliant performance. So we now go into the playoff rounds of the Champions League. Not sure who we'll get, but you have to play who's in front of you. The main thing now is we need to concentrate on the league. We're still outside of the European places for next season. And like I've said before, in all reality, we're not going to win the Champions League. So we do need that league position. There's a week left of the transfer window. Teams are still coming in for my goalkeeper. Vitek is still a very wanted man. Up to now, he said he wants to stay. He doesn't want to go. So that's great. Brobby, up to now, he's refused every offer that's come in or every contract that's come in. But they're offering 10 million for him. I'm on a 70% retain there. So, you know, possibly about 6-7 million coming into the coffers. Not bad. By the way, we got another 2.4 million for winning against Borussia Dortmund. Just have a quick look at those finances then. So the balance in the bank as we speak is just over 21 million. We've got a transfer budget of 707,000 and we're under the wage budget by about 11,000. So there's money to be spent there. If Vitek does go, I've got my eye on a couple of keepers that possibly would come in. Look a little bit better than Vitek, but I think sometimes in Football Manager, if you've got a player who maybe isn't the greatest star rating, but that's consistently playing well, and I go back to Delap with this, Delap should be an absolutely stunning striker and be scoring regularly. He's doing okay. He's improving a little bit, and maybe that's a sign of the times. Maybe now he's learnt the language, he's fitting in a little bit better. Little bit of consistency. I think Delap will be an amazing player. But go back to the keeper position. There are goalkeepers out there who look better than him, who are not a lot of money, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in the transfer window. I'm guessing before, like I say, there's only a week of it left now. I'm guessing before that week's up, we will probably have lost one or two players. But you never know. Vitek and Brobby seem to be showing a lot of loyalty at the moment, and that means an awful lot to the Gobby Gaffer. Anyway, brilliant episode. We've watched two games. We both Champions League. We drew one and won one. So we brought in about 3 million in dosh there. The game off camera was an Eredivise game against the second in the division. We beat them. So all in all, this episode has been absolutely brilliant. And if you've enjoyed it, if you're new here, please subscribe. If you've enjoyed it and you're a regular viewer, please give us a like. We're going to see you next time. It's getting a very exciting end of season for SC Cambuur. I'm sure you'll agree. You'll want to come back for the next episode. We'll see you then.